part of what is making this Flyers team so interesting right now is the complete and utter buy-in by the team, by the players. And the great line that a lot of coaches say, that the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. In other words, the players individually maybe aren't that great, but when you put them all together, they are worth more than individual great players. And so, like, there's a buy-in that's really important. The Eagles did not have that buy-in. In fact, there was a lot of rotting from within, and that's what caused this epic collapse, which I say is the worst collapse in professional sports in my lifetime, in 50 years. So I don't think that there's anyone worse. But as we were talking about it before the show, Bundy made reference to a time when something similar happened with the Flyers, and I completely forgot about it. And then when he mentioned it, I was like, oh my God, he's right. And I went and looked it up, and damn, he was almost spot on. And it was 26 years ago. But get Bundy, go ahead and tell the story, and then I'll give you some numbers.
So we had played. We were playing Unbelievable. It was a 2001-2002 season, and
actually won before that.
Yeah.
Will you stop interrupting Anthony?
98-99.
What has gotten into you
right
today?
Season.
Wait, hold on.
It was
Bundy, before you go into it.
2001-2000.
We need. That's gonna be like that's bear spray. It's bear spray for
every
Ant.
time you put him up there. I feel like I'm watching Dark Helmet from Spaceballs. One more.
Okay, fine.
That silly podcast.
Go ahead, Bundy. I'm sorry.
We have we've won I think 7 in a row, and we have a road trip, and we go to Toronto, and we beat Toronto on a Saturday night 3-0. We got to play Pittsburgh on a Monday night in Pittsburgh, Steel City. And now let me tell you, we're feeling pretty good about ourselves, right? Like, we won 7 in a row. We just beat a good Toronto team 3-0. And so Mark Recchi and Rick Tocchet get tickets to the Steelers playoff game. Pittsburgh guys, right? Rex is Pittsburgh, Tocchet, Stanley Cups. So they get us playoff tickets to the Baltimore Steelers game. And the Flyers had provided the drink tickets, the food tickets, and everything. So we're like, all right, well, we're not going to waste the time out. So, like, we're going to go have fun. So we go to the game. Guys split up, and then we have a dinner afterwards at Morton's at like 6 o'clock. The game's at 1. Anyway, there was more than 4 or 5 of us that were well into a good football NFL playoff game party. And the Flyers were the ones giving out the drink tickets for everyone. And, like, I don't know what they thought was going to happen. But anyway, long story short, we get our balls blown off the next night. We show up at the dinner just hammered. I may or may not, a couple of guys may or may not gone back out after. And we played Pittsburgh the next night, and we lost. And that was January, I want to say 21st of 2002. And if you look at the remainder of, okay, so what happened afterwards, why I'm saying this is that it caused a bunch of pockets in the team afterwards. Some people complained the guys went out. Other people saying, why did you give these fucking guys tickets for drink tickets to go to the game? It was like one person blaming the other. The coach blaming the players saying, it's not my fucking problem. We just won 7 in a row. This is hockey. Guys go out, guys party. It's togetherness. But all the bickering and the bullshit that went on after that, you take a look at the Flyers record right till the end of the year. We couldn't score, didn't love each other. Up until that Sunday, that team was unbelievable, loved each other. And something happened in a moment, and it destroyed the chemistry for the rest of the year for that team on one event off the ice. I just want people to understand what a fine line it is between having a great group that you're going to die for in the playoffs and win, and in the regular season that's going to carry you in. But also, when I look at the Eagles' 10-1 start, I think everybody said, this doesn't feel like it's really 10-1. Got away with a lot. But then clearly something went wrong in the last few weeks. And it can be one little thing on any team. So I always say that when you have that chemistry, find a way to hold on to it. And if something does happen in the year, sometimes it's better to let it go and let guys be guys and let them figure it out for themselves. Sometimes the best thing a coach can do is just fucking stay over to the side sometimes. I know they want to have their hands in everything, and now they probably feel with dealing with more Gen Z that they have to get in there because that's the way society is. But I always feel that when the coaches got involved with that thing, and what happened? Why are guys out partying? What went on? I just think that it was too many hits for too many guys in that room, and it caused too much chaos. And at that time, we weren't able to focus on hockey. So I just wanted to give people an example of how things like that can happen quick. That was the only time in my career that I could safely say that I felt there was something that had gone off the rails in terms of a team in the season. Now, there was individual players that I'd seen stuff happen that maybe mixed up the mojo in playoff stuff, but I don't want to get into that right now. I just want people to understand that little things can have an impact on an entire team, and it could be the smallest little thing.